time I get online, I'm always excited to talk with you. So I want you to sit back, relax a little bit. I'm only going to be here a short while, but I have some great information that I'm going to share with you today. And I have a question for everybody in the audience. And the question is the term code switching. Have you heard it before? Are you familiar with it? If you're not, then stay tuned because my two guests have some exciting information that they're going to share with you around code switching. But before we go there, let me just set the stage a little bit for code switching. Have you ever had to, in your career, have you ever had to adjust who you are, what you do, and how you do it in work to assimilate? Have you ever had to do it? Just think about that question. Have you ever had to assimilate? Now, the next two questions are, do you think it's right? Do you think it's fair? Well, guess what? I have two superstars that are here today to give you some great information around this topic, and they're going to share with you how you can learn more. So without further ado, let me introduce my two superstars here. You see, first I have Miss Dominique Sanders. Welcome, Dominique.
Thank you, Cedric. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again as well. And then I also have the great Nicole Handy. How are you doing, Nicole?
I'm well, thank you, Cedric. Excited to be on with you today.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited that you guys are here as well. So what I want you to do is, I can tell the audience who you are, but they don't want to hear from me. They want to hear directly from you. So Nicole, why don't you start out? Tell us about tell the audience about your career path.
Okay. So I went to the great, and I have to say the great Prairie View A&M University.
We have double trouble today.
Started out my career in management consulting with Accenture, and then transitioned over into IT at Shell Oil Company. So all in all, I spent about 10 years in corporate America. Today, I co-own a real estate brokerage, Brayton Real Estate Group. So I have transitioned to 100% entrepreneurship. But like I said, spent 10 years of my career in corporate America.
Okay, awesome. And Dominique? I know you're from PV, but tell us a little bit.
Yes, I too am a graduate of Prairie View A&M University with a degree in marketing. So I pretty much knew early on that I wanted to be in the business of sales and marketing and working with people. So I have spent the last 24 years in sales with pharmaceutical and biotech. So I work as a sales professional in dermatology and immunology. And it's been a rewarding career. So that's basically been my path, and that's my trajectory. I'm reaching and climbing for a little bit more. So we'll see.
So in other words, you're saying you want your unfair share.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm working hard to get there, Cedric.
Well, that is awesome. So I know that you didn't just show up here today just to talk to Seti said. You wanted to talk about something important, right? So let's start off first. So we're all a part of the National Sales Network Houston chapter, and you guys are on the leadership team for the NSN Houston chapter. So tell us what is National Sales Network Houston chapter, Dominique?
The National Sales Network Houston chapter is comprised of professionals that want to be leaders and seek sales and guidance and tools and networking. We actually have this chapter is comprised of so many different leaders, and not only just sales specific. These people are comprised of anyone that plans to be in leadership, that want to learn more, that want to grow and gather some tools and tackle different topics to get them further in their careers. So the National Sales Network Houston chapter is where you want to be for that. And I serve as the director of events. And so with that being said, this is a huge platform for you to be able to rub shoulders, shake hands with people that are in different industries, different companies. Our sponsors are amazing. This will give you the opportunity to actually grow, learn, and be in a position with different people, like-minded people like myself and the entire National Sales Network Houston chapter team, so that you can grow and achieve those different goals in your career.
Oh, well, that is awesome. So, Nicole, tell us about your journey with NSN Houston and what do you do for the chapter?
So I am the vice president of events. So myself and Dominique, the director of events, we partner to bring these type of events. The event that we're going to talk about tonight, actually, we partner to bring these type of events to the NSN family and our membership.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, in other words, do you have to be a part of sales, or do you have to have a job in sales currently to be a part of NSN?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like Dominique said, if you're looking to just grow your overall leadership skill set and abilities, this is a great organization for you.
Yeah.
Wow. So in other words, if I want to network with some of the hiring managers, I want to network with people who are doing what I want to do, I should be a part of NSN Houston chapter.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. I'm already liking it. So folks, we need to get some more PV people in the house. So we're going to be talking about an event, Nicole, and it's called Code Switching.
Right.
Presenting your authentic self. So tell us, what is code switching?
Before I tell you what is code switching, I want to say first, I think it's something that diverse professionals, especially diverse professionals, have unconsciously done. We may not have realized we've done this. I'm going to give you guys the professional definition, but when you think about it, it's basically essentially just not presenting your authentic self. It could be consciously or unconsciously, with the notion that you will receive better treatment, or you will excel, or you will have better opportunities. But I'm gonna put my glasses on because I pulled the professional definition here, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. But essentially, code switching involves adjusting one's speech, style, appearance, behavior, and expression in ways that will optimize the comfort of others in exchange for fair treatment, quality service, and employment opportunities. So that's the definition in a nutshell. But just to kind of give you an example, you've probably been in a room with somebody that talks different than you, right?
Yeah.
Or that may act different than you and things of that nature, have a different mannerism than you do, and opposed to speaking with your authentic voice and monotone, a dialect. You change your dialect or your monotone to speak how they speak, or you change your mannerisms to act how they act in an effort to make them feel comfortable being around you.
Yeah. So in other words, like you said earlier, you're not being your authentic self. You're putting on this shield,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that you can hopefully advance on let's say it's an interview process, or
Right.
just in your normal everyday job. And at the end of the day, if you're doing that, are you feeling good when you get out of work every day?
I'll answer that.
Okay.
Absolutely not. This topic is fire because it's real. We've adapted a movement, if you will, to make other people feel more comfortable in our space, and it's not authentic. It absolutely isn't. Our work voice is what Nicole was explaining just a minute ago. There was a time I definitely code switch. I would never wear braids 10 years ago, perhaps 5 years ago, but I am a professional. I have a unique skill set. I am a performer. So all of those unique values that you bring to the table are more important than switching out of yourself to belong or to make someone else feel comfortable in your space. So if you are a professional, a performer, those things speak first for you. So in the event you want to rock your braids, as long as you are performing, as long as you are growing, as long as you are learning and providing value and within your unique skill set, then code switching is not necessary. It could be many things. This is a very robust topic. Right. I mean, code switching can be for children, for recent college grads, or it could be the hairstyle. It's the voice, it's the dialect, it's all of it. It's your conversation. But I think the uniqueness that we all bring is what's unique to a company, and also is what's unique for any value that you bring is unique for yourself, so I think staying true is important, and that's why this topic is fire.
Yes, and while you guys were describing that, I was thinking of a college student. Okay, let's say you go to Prairie View, but you didn't grow up in a majority minority community, if you will, right? You grew up on the other side of town, and you come and you say, well, I'm going to HBCU, and you get there and you start doing code switching on your very first day, right? Because you start trying to use the dialect that everybody else is using. Maybe you never use slang language, but now you starting to use it because everybody else is doing it, right? Trying to fit in. Then it perpetuates, it gets stronger as you go through college, and then you get to that new career. All of a sudden, now you're code switching again.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think it's a movement of being inclusive. We all want to be included in all walks of life, right? So then when you transition from college, from the HBCU, and then you go to this Fortune 500 corporation, you switch because you know what? I want to fit in. I want to deliver. I need to gain respect. I need to make them or others feel comfortable in our unique space. So code switching is very unique. It's different, but I just beg to differ and think that it's something that we don't necessarily have to do, but that comes with growth and maturity. That's why. This is
I would 100% agree with you. I think it comes with growth and maturity, right? Believe it or not, me in my younger career, I unconsciously code switched. But furthermore, when I realized I was doing it, then it was like, oh, this is a part of my job. I cut it on at 8 and I cut it off at 5. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks like that. And a lot of people do think like that. This is a part of my job. I cut it on at 8. I cut it off at 5. But then by the end of the day, you are so mentally drained. You're so mentally drained.
Yes.
Where it does take a toll on your mental health.
Yes. Yeah. So audience, you see, I want you to sit back. I want you to reflect, and I want you to think. You may think that, hey, what you're doing every day is normal, but I want you to understand that it impacts you. And just like Nicole just said, it impacts your mental psyche. You're drained by the end of the day, and you're trying to figure out, why am I so drained? Right? It's because of this. And we're not saying that that you've done anything wrong, but we want to tell you about an opportunity to help you understand this at a more deeper level. So let's talk about, before we go there, why is this something that's important for career professionals to understand?
Simply because this is the beginning. This is the beginning. This isn't going away. So I think it's important for us to listen to panelists and different people that are in position or hiring positions, or regional managers and things of that nature that are in these positions to hire, to hear that, you know what, it's your unique skill set that's important. So when you are driving in college and after college, and you're getting all these things that provide you the tools, a corporation doesn't have the right to tell you that you're not good enough. I think that's what we're trying. We're used to thinking we're not good enough the way we are, when in fact we're everything but. We've gone to school, we've gotten the experience, we've done the internships, we've clawed our way through this business and through different corporations, mine being pharmaceutical and biotech, Nicole's being real estate. We've clawed our way through. We've padded ourselves with the experience and the tools necessary. But for professionals, we just need to know that we are good enough. So it's good to have a panelist full of people to express that and to tell you, you know what? It's your skill set. It's your performance. It's different. Other than the code switching, that's important for you to be in the driver's seat as a professional in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicole, you want to add anything to that?
No, I think she's spot on. And you know how your grandmother used to say, "You do better when you know better." Just you do better when you know better. But I think she's spot on. I think in the times that, especially what I've come from in my corporate career, I've always felt like I've had to code switch, and I'm just being frank. I'm human. I've always done it.
Me too.
Because that's what I thought to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought would excel me in my career. And it took a long time for me to stand up and say, guys, you know what? That's not who I really am.
Right.
And even have the confidence and be comfortable to say that.
Right.
So no, absolutely. I like Dominique said, this is going to be a fire topic. I think it is a very needed discussion, especially for younger professionals that have not had enough experience in the industry to understand how to be authentic and still see the value. I mean, and still, let people see you for the value that you bring.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what your background is, regardless of how you speak, regardless of what your culture is.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. This is a heavy topic that I think is swept under the rug.
Yes,
absolutely
right about that. So let's not hold them in suspense any longer. Let's just get to it. So Nicole, tell us, when is the event, where is the event, and if there's any cost associated with the event.
Okay, so the event is next Thursday, July 22nd at McCormick and Smith. Perfect. You even put the flyer up. It's going to be at McCormick and Smith Uptown. It starts at 6 p.m. It is 100% free. These are the topics we don't want to charge for, because this is the type of valuable information that we need to, as a diverse professional community, need to be talking about and discussing and working through it. So just to kind of give you guys quickly some of the things we're going to be discussing. Of course, what is code switching? We kind of talked about that a little here, but how does it impact us as diverse professionals? We're also going to be addressing some of the underlying causes that make us feel like it's necessary to code switch in our work environment. And then we're also going to talk about overcoming some of those barriers to gain confidence, to not feel like you have to code switch. And then lastly, how to create comfort in others by still being your authentic self, so that for people that don't understand your background or culture, you don't have to feel like it's necessary to code switch. You can get them comfortable with who you truly are.
Right. That's awesome. And just so you know, if you are watching this, you can just click in the link. The link is in the comments. If you're on Facebook, just click and register. If you're on YouTube, just click and register. If you're on LinkedIn, just click and register. And again, the event is next Thursday, July 22nd, from 6
p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. And let me tell you what, it's going to be at McCormick and Smith. So if you want to, get your little food in, go ahead and come on out to McCormick and Smith, click the link and register for the event. I know that you're going to get a lot out of it. It's going to help you in your career, whether you're in your current company or you're going to a new company. If you're in college, it's going to help you as you understand how to go through college, so you're not having to code switch as well. Let me tell you what, folks, if you are a rising senior in high school and you are finding that you're looking at going to, college next level, this may be something that you want to come along with your mother or your father. And look, folks who are experienced in their career, sometimes you look at these things and go, oh, I got it. I'm good. I've been going along in my career. But guess what? You're going to learn from our panelists, and we're going to tell you the powerhouse panelists that we're going to have for you. But you're going to learn from our panelists that you too have probably been code switching and could have adversely impact your career. Maybe it didn't, but you're going to learn some things. I guarantee you're going to learn some things that you didn't realize, because I think, Nicole, you said it earlier, that you're just doing it because that's what you thought you're supposed to do, right? Mm-hmm. So now, who should attend this event? I know that you have a target audience, but who really should attend this event?
So those that need to attend this event are people that are professionals that are looking to seek, find, and grow. So this is not specific to salespeople. This is open to anyone that will see the value and understanding this fire topic is necessary in the workplace and how to navigate through it. So this is for our members of the National Sales Network Houston chapter, as well as friends or anyone that could take advantage of networking and rubbing shoulders with people who are in the place and in these specific fields that they would like to grow in, and more importantly, tackle the topic of code switching, because we've all been doing it. And what makes this event so exciting, Cedric, we can't go without saying this. This is our first live event since the global pandemic. So we will be face to face, in person at McCormick and Smith, tackling a huge topic. So this event is really special, and we really want you guys to come out, turn out, learn something, grow from it, and then, just present your best self, mostly authentic.
Yeah.
So let me tell you who we will be, who our panelists are. Our panelists, first panelist, Cornelius Jones. He is on the transplant team at Shell Lubricants. We have Venetia Bailey. And Venetia is actually on our board of directors of National Sales Network Houston chapter. And she also serves as the director of professional relations at Allergan Aesthetics, which is an AbbVie company. We have Kevin Burris, and he's a national sales manager for AbbVie. And lastly, we have Andrea Juni Simpson, who is the healthcare director at Genentech. So as you can see, again, we have a deep and a rock star panelist that will be one-on-one, sharing tips, talking about code switching, and being your authentic self from people that are heavy hitters in Fortune 500 companies throughout the U.S.
Yeah, and if you're looking to, you see, sometimes we say that we want to be around hiring managers. We want to be introduced to a hiring manager. We want to be able to say hello and present ourselves to hiring managers. Well, we're giving you that opportunity on Thursday, July 22nd at 6. Nicole, you said 6 p.m., right?
6 p.m.
Yeah, not
6:30,
not 7.
Not 6:30, 6 p.m. sharp.
Absolutely. So come on out to McCormick and Smith's Uptown, and you can have a great time learning all about code switching in a great environment with some of the top managers in the U.S. So before we leave, I want to make sure that the audience get this. Now, we've already told them about the value that they're going to get here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, but sometimes people don't understand. They don't hear it all. What is the cost for this event?
Nothing.
Look at that.
It doesn't get any better than that.
We, like I said, we want you guys to come, learn, leverage, and grow from this event and this experience. And it's not going to cost you anything.
Wow. And that is outstanding. Now, before we go, I want to make sure that we recognize our sponsors for these type of events, because it's important, right? Allergan Aesthetics, which is an AbbVie company, Danaher, General Electric, Grainger, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer. Folks, you've heard some big names here. You should be registering. Just click and register to come to this event. All you have to do is click and register to come to this event. So Nicole, Dominique, thank you guys very much for putting on events like this to help professionals understand how to migrate through their professional careers in a better way, in a more comfortable way, in an authentic way.
Absolutely. And thank you, Cedric, for allowing us this platform so that we can reach the masses, because you do not want to miss this, people. We are looking forward to it. Also, in the event, you register, you come, you see my partner, Nicole, and myself. Stop us, talk to us, let us know things that are important to you. Let us know topics that you would like to hear and things that you want to learn from our sponsors. We would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. National Sales Network Houston chapter is the place to be. It's the place you want to be. So make sure you come out to our first live event post-COVID. And folks, let me tell you what, once we go live, we're never going back anywhere else. So
That's right. That's right.
I know that's right.
So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Go ahead and click the link in the comments and register. Obviously, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I can definitely answer any questions that you may have, but we want to see you at this event. So click and register. Thank you guys, and